In today's news, reshuffles in top teams, results of VCT group stage, interview with Vanguard creator. Welcome back to ValoPress, your go-to source for the latest updates from the world of Valorant. Rossy leaves T1. Let's start our episode as always with reshuffles, and the first in line is Rossy from T1. He announced that he has officially left the team. The player joined the club in 2023 and was a substitute for some time, after which he started playing in the main squad. But now the player has left the squad and has been replaced by Carpe. But Rossy has already tweeted that he will soon talk about his future career. Maybe he will become a content creator or caster. A talented youngster. In turn, another team from the Pacific region signed a player. This time, Talon signed a young and promising pops player, Primmie. The guy is considered one of the best shooters in the region. Previously, the player played on the Tier 2 scene in Thailand, and in doing so showed a very good result in ranked games by being consistently top 1 of APAC ranked. His signatures include Euro, Omen, and Neon. We wish the youngster good luck and look forward to seeing him in official matches. According to insiders, his first opponent in the Tier 1 stage will be Team Secret. The End of Global Esports. But while Talon signed their 7th player, Global Esports lost players. First, Spin, the head coach of the team, left the team. According to him, the team did not achieve the results he expected. And it is primarily his fault, so he can no longer be the coach of the team. Also, according to him, he has learned a lot of lessons and is ready to share his experience further in another team. But coaching is just the beginning. After all, insider Tanmay recently reported that the team is likely to be disbanded. Hopefully there will be no disbandment, but it is hard to believe. In any case, we hope that soon the team will again please the fans with their good results. Long-term contract. But Jinggg will not be left without a team. There is news that he signed a contract with PaperX until 2026. I wonder how much this contract is worth and what salary Jinggg gets. Or maybe I too will start playing better and get into this kind of team. Personally, I would like to get from, let's say, $300,000 a month. Yeah, for this I just need to learn to play better. Happy texture with food. By the way, in continuation of news from the Pacific region, in the network leaked an interesting photo, which shows a player Jinggg. So here it is. Texture with a huge snack. Just look at this bag that is bigger than him. As many people say so, the player was congratulated after winning the match against Global Esports. I wonder how long Texture ate his prize. And now we come to the most interesting part, VCT group stage results. As always, let's start with the Americas region. The Leviathan took the first place, followed by Sentinels and right after them G2. At the bottom of the table were Loud, Fury and Neighbor. This season is also over for Energy, who lost their chances to go farther after defeat by Cloud9. In the EMEA region, things are quite stable. Food, Heretics, and Fnatic are in the leading positions. But what is surprising is that Liquid started to play better and they have all chances to go farther, while Natus and Sarah, on the contrary, are gradually losing these chances. And for whom the season is definitely over is Giant X, Koi, and Gentlemates. In the Pacific region, except for the substitutes, everything is quite stable. And even the grid of the playoff stage is already known. Jinggg versus RRQ and Talon versus Team Secret will play first. And then the winners of the first pair will play PaperX and the second pair DRX. Who are you rooting for? Personally, I would like to see Jinggg versus PaperX final again. Their matches are always very entertaining. In China, the first pairs have already been announced. In the first matches we will see Trace Esports versus All Games, as well as JDG versus Bilibili. And then, in the semi-finals of the upper grid, they are waiting for the mastodons of the Chinese scene, Farm plus Phoenix and Edward Gaming. Here I think Edward will win, or there will be a very beautiful 5-map grand final. And that's what we like to. Chinese presents Speaking of China, players shared the MVP of the Week awards. Yes, the Chinese region has such awards. It is strange that the others don't. So, on these medals, there is a logo of the region and the inscription Player of the Week, and on the backside is written stage, week, nickname of the player and team. I think it is a very cool award, but it is not clear from what materials are made. I would like to see the same in the other regions. And you? How do you like the medals? Write your opinion in the comments. Interesting statistics. Some interesting stats, by the way. Unfortunately, at the moment, NRG have finished playing this season. Because of this, some interesting data has emerged. So, in 2019, when Ethan played in CSGO, he played 229 maps for the season. And in 2024, for the same season, only 30. Some people are already teasing that players from CSGO to Valorant because you can get a paycheck and do nothing, but this is definitely not true. Just look at the guys from PRX or Sentinels. I think they'll leave the game, not just for the money. New problems. But perhaps we should move away from the topic of professional Valorant and remember ordinary players who have always faced certain problems. For example, players in the middle of the match again began to crash the game, because of which the rating dropped and players could not get it back. The tech support received a lot of complaints, to which was given a laconic answer. We are aware of the problem and are trying to solve it. One of the users decided to go further and ask if the lost rating points would be returned due to a problem in a game. The tech support replied that unfortunately they cannot return the rating, but they gave him 4,000 experience points for the battle pass. Of course it's not a rating, but it is nice too. By the way, some players were banned because of the allegedly prematurely abandoned match, but again, it was due to a bug, and as a tech support said, with bans they are ready to deal with and help. Hackers destroy Valorant, but in fact such problems were only the beginning. After all, hackers took over the game. Somehow they managed to direct their DDoS attack not at the server but at the particular player. It got to the point that he could not even put a spike, and it is frightening. What if this happens in every game, especially not knowing how to counteract it? The anti-cheat police department said that they are aware of this problem and will start working to prevent this from happening again. Hopefully, they will succeed, and this will remain an isolated accident. Cheaters are afraid. Well, since we're talking about cheats, we could not pass by the topic of cheat creators for Valorant. So, recently, there was an interview with one of the cheat creators, and he said that Vanguard is a very serious program, but it can be bypassed. But there is one person who can destroy the cheats in seconds. Gamer Doc, the creator of Anti-Cheat Police Department and one of the developers of Vanguard, is a real genius who can upgrade any program to find the cheat. As a result, so that the cheat did not fall into his hands, the seller has to be interviewed before giving his product. And I think GamerDoc deserves a separate monument in the Office of Right, because such a prompt and quality work has not been seen for a long time. Vanguard is becoming better. Since we're talking about Vanguard recently, there is news that now to run Valorant sometimes the need to enable HVCI is the integrity of memory or code. This is done so that in the code of the game or computer cannot be plugged cheat. Such a program disables cheats completely, making it almost impossible to cheat. I wonder how long it will take to bypass this program. Serious Duel. But let's move away from the serious topic and talk a little about the funny. So, the official Riot VCT channel released a video where the moms of Sentinels and G2 players fought in a one-on-one duel. In the video, players Trent and Zekan teach their moms how to play Valorant, and it looks really, really funny. This video is a must-see, especially if you think you're bad at the game, because it could be even worse. Trent's mom is the winner of the duel battle. Best moments. Since there's still nothing new in the store, I suggest we dive back into the best highlights. Let's start with the EMEA region and Alfajer's ace. Then, we move to the Pacific League and an ace from Zest. Followed by an unreal clutch from Soam. Just look at the speed at which he turned around. And finally, 4 headshots on the pistol by Lyosar. Either way, though, that's all for now. Join us next week for the next episode, in which we'll be back with even more new information. Make sure to keep up to date by subscribing to our channel, and don't forget to tap that bell to get all notifications. See you soon!